A civilization rises not when it conquers the world with force, but when it compete with the world to recalibrate with respect. So, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. Today we will have an English session of Operation Sundur, the rise of Bharat, global influence. Before we start the session, let me have a quick introduction as to what we can expect. What Operation Sundur achieved on the ground was not just a military success, but something deeper, a declaration of a civilizational maturity. Swift, precise, and restrained, Bharat's response was rooted in the Shastra of Chanakya, where intelligence, timing, and calibrated might are used not to destroy but to dissuade. So, for the decades, Bharat aspired to be heard. Today, it is being watched with attention, with admiration, and sometimes with awe. Operation Sindoor showcased the cutting edge capabilities of our indigenous research and development, the operational maturity of our armed forces, and the ethical restraint that reflects our civilizational DNA. No indiscriminate escalation was found, no global lectures, just the silent confidence, precise deterrence, and as the enemy recoiled, the world nodded in respect. Let us be clear that this was not just a military win. It was a civilizational assertion of Bharat's right to defend, to lead, and to prosper. From Tejas to Agni, to BrahMos to drone swarms, Bharat's research and development has arrived. And from being arms importer to an emerging defense exporter, we are reshaping our strategic economy. And while we speak the language of war, Bharat speaks the language of a strategic restraint and a calibrated resolve. This is a world in the strategic flux. Europe recalibrates, the Middle East redefines, and Asia asserts. In this landscape, Bharat has risen as a stabilizing force, a diplomatic balancer, and yes, an economic magnet. When Operation Sundur didn't just silence the adversaries, it opened the corridors. New defense partnerships, investor confidence, and strategic trade routes like Chabhar and IMEC. And Bharat today is not just securing borders, it is shaping logistics, energy, and economic geometry from Eurasia to Indo-Pacific. So, to those who still see Bharat as reactive, we say observe. To those who wondered about Bharat's capabilities, we say study. And to those who doubted Bharat's leadership, we say engage. Because Operation Sindoor marks not just a moment of military triumph, but a moment when the world turned and said, this is a nation that leads with clarity, strikes with precision, and rises with dharma. This is the emergence of Bharat as Vishwaguru, not by conquest, but by competence, not through domination, but through disciplined strength. So today, we are privileged to hear from two extraordinary minds. Ambassador T.P. Srinivasan, who has represented Bharat's diplomatic courage across the world, and Major General Vinay Chandran, who embodies the doctrine, discipline, and depth of our military thought. So this session will not be about echo chambers. It will be about insight, alignment, and the road ahead for a Bharat that is no longer emerging, but asserting. Let's begin. Let the world listen. Let Bharat rise with clarity and courage. And we also have in the audience Air Marshal IP Vipin, recipient of the Ati Vishishta Seva Medal, Lieutenant General Dr. Ajit Neelakandan, Air Vice Marshal Dr. T.P. Madhusudan, and Major General S. Radhakrishnan, whose presence is acknowledged, and probably the audience can have interaction with them also. So let me first request Major General Vinay Chandran to kindly deliver his keynote address and enlighten us about the defense capabilities that India has and what we showcase in the Operation Sundur. Jai Hind.